Howdy doody do, motherfuckers. How are you? The title of today's video is Life is Fickle. Don't mind me. I look a little bit rough right now. I just rolled out of bed and started working out. Hi, puppies. Just rolled out of bed and started working out. I noticed that whenever I work out before doing anything else for the rest of the day, and particularly lifting weights, allows me to transmute a lot of the anxieties that I'm having and a lot of the racing thoughts into more concise and understandable, actionable steps that I can take, if that makes any sense. But, today I was just getting into my workout and I'm still building the habit of working out again. I was over at, the Gigafactory, 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. And I didn't really have time to work out and things of that nature. But now that I'm getting back into working out, it still takes me a little bit of time to warm up and actually get my mentality there. So just as I'm getting there, I have one of my cousins call me up. And he's like, man, you need to get a vehicle, I haven't talked to this cousin in a while. He has no idea that I'm actually going out to Alaska in the next 2 weeks to do seafood processing. So I'll be gone for about 3 months. I'll have stuff uploaded and pre-uploaded so it can still be like 2 weeks to every 3 weeks a new video or a new song or something of that nature. I'm not going to leave y'all high and dry. You know what I'm saying? But he calls me up and he's like, man, you need to get another vehicle. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And he brings up the fact that I need to get a car in particular. He's like, you need to get a car because motorcycles are so dangerous and and it made me think. We kind of went back and forth for a little bit. I'm like, I'm aware of the proper equipment. I'm not going to be doing wheelies and shit, and I'm not going to be hitting 180 down a fucking highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going 180 down a highway, whether I'm in a car or on a motorcycle, like, odds are me making it are not very fucking high, right? If I'm hitting a wheelie and I fall off, like, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. I'm aware of all my equipment, things of that nature. But that conversation with him inspired me to have this conversation with you guys, because the only time that it seems like people really become consciously aware of how fickle life is and how quickly death can come is whenever we find ourselves in quote unquote dangerous situations, right? Okay, I'm getting a motorcycle. If I was like, oh, you might die. But literally I might die stepping out of bed in the fucking morning. I might step on a nail and trip and hit my head. You know what I'm saying? I might slip in the shower. And what I'm really trying to convey to you guys is life is fickle regardless if you're thinking about it or not. Now, this isn't me speaking to you, trying to inspire you to have some type of anxiety about moving through life. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is at any moment this shit could be over. So what is the point of being afraid of doing what it is you truly want to do? Every time I bring up a motorcycle, somebody's like, organ donor. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, that was kind of negative, fam. I don't even think I'm going to really hang around you no more. But realistically, at any point in time, today could be my last day. Realistically. And I would have no clue. It's like we convince ourselves that we are safe. We convince ourselves that we are safe in the environment that we are in. We convince ourselves we are safe in the situations we're in. But that's all a fucking an illusion. That's all an illusion. That's everything regarding safety, security is a fucking illusion. Like, how many times do you hear about, oh, they work for this company for 40, 50 years and they found out there's no retirement plan or there's no 401k matching, or they got fired right before their retirement so the company doesn't have to hold up their end of the bargain. We hear about this shit constantly. We hear about, oh, the young man was on his way home, a drunk driver was coming the opposite way, or an elderly driver was coming the opposite way, and he ends up dying before he meets his child. This is a genuine, real situation that I have experienced in my life, or I have seen play out in my life. The thing is, nothing is guaranteed, everything is fickle. So you might as well spend that time, or I will say I might as well spend that time pursuing what it is that I truly want. Um, any moment it could be up. And it makes me more appreciative of the current moment that I do have. It makes me more appreciative of, okay, I'm gonna hang out with my dogs, eat some pizza, get some work done, because in 3 months' time, a lot can change when I'm gone. Life is extremely fickle. I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying, smoke a blunt, drink with some of my homies before, before I head out, have a good time. What I'm trying to convey to you is, don't let other people's fears convince you. Don't let other people's fears envelop you. Basically consume you. Don't let other people's fears consume you. Because I promise you, the shit that they're putting their faith in isn't even as stable for you. Like, it might be stable for them. Oh, I got Jesus. Woo! Yeah, he's always gonna take care of me. For me, that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to find your own stability. And your own stability is not gonna be something external. It has to be something internal. You understand? It can't be, and this is something that I've struggled with for a bit. It can't be something like I'm going to, or I notice that whenever I have it something far-fetched, and I have it something that, like, leaning on something that isn't here, that is external from me, causes me to slow down my progress, as opposed to leaning on something internally in me. Like, for example, I can control how much work I put towards what I'm doing, and it gives me pride. Okay, it gives me pride, and it makes me feel calm. It relieves some of my anxiety whenever I put effort towards what I would like to put into. So, life is fickle. The external world, you don't control the external world. Or the internal controls the external. Internal projects the external, not the other way around. You're a projector. That's my belief system. I believe that what happens in here is reverberated out. So, yeah, don't let other people's fears fucking consume you. Life is extremely fickle. If you believe that you're in a safety net, that safety net isn't as safe as it really seems. Don't be afraid to pick that apart. Don't be afraid to go after what you'd like to really pursue off the basis of security and safety. Life is fickle, very fickle. You could do it. I'm gonna record a couple more videos because, like I said, I'm gonna be gone for 3 months. I love you guys. Keep your head up. Go get it. Come back with it. Oh, and before I leave, click the link in the bio to join the Celestial Militia. It's my private community. We prioritize self-development and honestly kicking the shit out of the entertainment industry, because the way they're running stuff isn't really cool. They're literally shoveling shit. They're pissing on us and calling it rain. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard how, all of these female artists are so good at rapping, and then they get signed and all their lyrics become dumbed down, and you know what I'm saying? Even with male artists as well, but with female artists, you could see it a little bit more. I'm tired of that. I'm sick and tired of it. I got invited to sign in April. I'm not signing a fucking contract. We doing this by ourselves. So self-development, self-improvement, dismantling the entertainment industry, revitalizing that shit and rebuilding it with our own hands. So click the link in the bio to join the Celestial Militia and to join the fight against lyrical mediocrity. Enjoy your day.